The government is funding defective construction. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because, well, this is an interesting article that I think we should all have a look at. And I am having a bit of a wordplay with the title, but a builder facing legal action over alleged defects is awarded a $22,000 government grant. So someone's suing the builder over a defects argument, which is not unusual in the construction sector, particularly with big projects. Defects happen, disagreements happen. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's defects. It doesn't mean that there aren't defects. But this builder is getting a $22,000 grant. Now, I'm frustrated in how the government picks winners and choosers. Why the hell does a company that's hopefully big enough to be doing decent-sized projects need any money? Why? They don't. And remember, this is taxpayer money. This is money from the citizens of Victoria. This could be swimming lessons for a kid. This could be someone's home deposit that they've been forced to pay to the government. But they pick and choose, and they just give money out to their mates. So let's look at this. A Victorian building company facing legal action over alleged apartment defects has been awarded $22,000 federal government grant to improve its business. So it's not, sorry, I thought it was a Victorian grant. No, it's even worse. It's a federal government grant. So it's all of us. All of us have helped this Victorian builder. Isn't that just bullshit? Honestly. So the building company, Shangri-La Construction, was awarded $22,000 grant through the Federal Department of Industry, Science and Resources Entrepreneurs Program. Now, I remember we were looking at stuff like this when we had a larger business and a bigger team. 20 grand would have really been useful for helping us to get our PQC or our ISO 9001 or our training of staff. But you have to meet certain revenue thresholds. So it's not really there for smaller businesses or businesses coming up. Anyway, the Tamara Railton Stewart. Oh, sorry, Tamara. What am I thinking? I'm thinking of rail station in Tamara. Tamara Railton Stewart says she was shocked to learn about this while she was in a legal battle with the company over alleged building defects. Really? I mean, I frankly don't think the government should even be giving out money like this. Why? Why should the federal government be giving money for grants to improve your business? Let the business improve the business. Maybe reduce the tax burden you place on businesses and the public in general, rather than picking winners and choosers. See, here we go. Here's the tax saving. Get rid of all this shit. There you go. Boom, right there. Tax saving. The government department said it was not aware of the proceedings against Shangri-La and the penalty imposed on its director before the recent grant was approved. Well, you can't blame them. They're not going to catch this type of stuff. I mean, how thorough are they with it? Meanwhile, legal fees continue to amount for apartment owners locked in an ongoing legal fight with the builder, Shangri-La Construction. In July, Melbourne woman Tamara Railton Stewart told ABC 730 that expert reports and legal fees alone had cost the 10 apartment owners in her complex about $500,000, $500,000. This is the problem of going in these apartments, because you're part of the collective now. This is why kind of you have a detached house and there's some defects. Worst thing that can happen, you bulldoze and start again, which, okay, is tragic, but it could be a lot worse. You've got people, look at Mascot Towers. Look at all the people in there. That's worse than bulldozing and starting again. You can't even get everyone to agree to bulldoze and start again. The company denies the allegations against it, and it's defending its workmanship in the Victorian Civil and Administration Tribunal. You know what? I don't really think the fact that there's legal action against them should have nothing to do with their ability to get this grant. The fact that the government, the Department of Industry, Science and Resources, is pissing away money like this at all is the issue. How about we cut their budget? Let's get rid of these grants and leave it up to the market to innovate. If these businesses can't do it themselves, then who cares? In a separate case heard by VCAT in August, Shangri-La director Obad Nakbullah was fined $25,000 over historical misconduct at a different building site in 2012. Oh, there you go. It almost pays for that, eh? Oh, it's all bullshit, isn't it? That case related to the use of combustible expanded polystyrene external cladding, which had not been approved on the building permit documents. He was found to have neglected his duty as a building practitioner, and the results of that neglect created a serious risk to members of the public. And that's still ongoing, and they're still rectifying that in Victoria. That's the problem. You can specify something, and yeah. On August 25, Shangri-La Construction was granted approval for a $22,000 federal government grant through the Department of Industry, Science and Resources Entrepreneurs Program. Miss Railton Stewart said she was shocked to find out about this, while her legal fees in the ongoing dispute continue to mount. To find out that our federal government gives away $22,000 of taxpayers' money to a company whose director has been disciplined and successfully prosecuted by the VBA, and who also has current cases against them at VCAT, is disgusting, she said. Well, welcome to reality. Welcome to Australia. This is the socialist bullshit we all vote for. This is government picking winners and choosers we all vote for. This is an interventionist economy and market that the majority voted for. Australia isn't a free market. We don't have one. You have idiots bitching and moaning about capitalism when we don't really quite have it here. So, where is the justice in our legal system where SLC can have a legal case against them for years, but simply apply for a $22,000 grant from our government and have it approved within a couple of months? Why is that? These are two separate things. Maybe they need that 22 grand to improve their system so they can avoid these legal cases. There you go. Is that a good investment? The outrage should be why the government is picking and winning and handing out money like this. Why do we need the government to do this? Surely there are enough market incentives for businesses themselves to improve their systems than the government giving them money. If anything, this creates a disincentive to improve your systems because being slow and crap means you can get more money from the government. So, Shangri-La, greatly concerned by allegations of defects. In a statement, Mr. Nakbullah told ABC 730, Shangri-La remains greatly concerned by allegations of defects at the property. The satisfaction of our customers is always foremost in our mind, he said. We have previously left no doubt that we take immense pride in the quality of our projects we deliver, and that we take all allegations of defects very seriously. Now, this is the problem, because what is a defect and what someone assumes is a defect may be completely different. And often people building, the actual clients or the end users, may have unrealistic expectations of what they're getting. And this is where it can get messy. And a lot of the issues are communication. So, however, we have also previously advised 730, we cannot comment on any defects at the project at this time because the allegations of defects are the subject of current proceedings at VCAT. In that proceeding, not only the extent of any defect, but also the allegation of responsibility for any such defects between multiple parties, including the subcontractors who are responsible for much of the physical work, and the building surveyor who issued the relevant occupancy permit, is an issue. Yeah, this is sounding like a complete mess. This is when it hits the fan and it's a complete shit show with everyone involved. In the matter heard by VCAT in August, it ruled against the Victorian Building Authority's recommendation that Mr. Nakbullah should have his registration suspended for 3 months due to his prior record. There you go. So he should be in the good. The tribunal accepted that he had no previous disciplinary history and had run a successful construction company over a period of 14 years. Despite this, you don't want 3 months suspended could destroy his entire business. And then what about all the people that are dependent on that business? So, okay, some people in the apartment may be a bit bitchy or angry or dissatisfied, but how much damage do you want to occur? Is that just? So I think that's a good move, allowing the business to continue. Despite this, the VBA has since confirmed to ABC 730 that it was currently investigating him for work on a number of sites, but said he could not provide further details. In a statement, he told 730, Shangri-La Construction was still trading and striving to deliver homes to our valued customers in a difficult economic environment. He said he could not disclose how many staff the company currently employed or what its annual turnover was. To do so would be inappropriate towards our employees, partners, and other shareholders, all of whom also have a right to have their confidential information protected. Shangri-La Construction complies with all its financial and regulatory obligations as a duly incorporated company under the Corporations Act. So the company was not, the government was not aware of the proceedings. A spokesperson for the Department of Industry, Science and Resources told 730 the department was not aware of the proceedings against Shangri-La and the penalty imposed on its directors before the recent $22,000 grant was awarded. The grant was awarded to support business improvement activities recommended through a business advisory service received under the Entrepreneurs Program. The spokesperson said, all of this to me just sounds like complete and utter bullshit. It really does. Let's just cut all this shit, this redistribution of giving money here and there, buying votes, all this crap, and increase the tax-free threshold. Let's just do that. Let's reduce the tax burden on all of the citizens and cut all this bullshit. Okay? If you can't innovate yourself, tough luck. Okay? Tough luck. Then you deserve to be taken over by a more innovative company somewhere else. Come on. So, as of October 12, no payment has been made anyway. Cladding Safety Victoria, which works with owners' corporations to fund rectification on buildings found to be high risk due to combustible cladding, has committed $24.5 million to rectifying buildings where the original builder, Shangri-La Construction. Now, here's the thing. Is it their fault or is it the subbie's fault? Was a product specified and then a different one installed? This is the thing. We don't know what exactly is going on here. And we won't find out till the end of the court case. They'll have to dig through all of this. It's a nightmare, guys. It really is a nightmare. Because you'll specify something on a job, and then you'll get the equivalent, which is cheaper, which never is equivalent. It's like a alternative product in maybe one or two little things. Here's something that came up on a recent job. Builder, being fair and reasonable, trying to find a price saving for our client, suggested some alternative ceiling fans, and we were putting in some really big fans, big-ass fans, and they suggested an alternative, which seemed fine and reasonable. It didn't look exactly the same, but, it's a fan. It's going to do the job. And it's a several $1,000 savings. You want to rack up the savings, good on them for putting it on the table. But the difference was the decibel rating of the fan. The cheaper fan was much louder. So you've really got to get into the nitty-gritty to compare and contrast your products. Had another one where a fridge that was provided as an alternative had to be turned off every few hours to maintain its warranty. Some bullshit, get out of the warranty clause. So anyway, back to this. Of the 338 buildings approved for funding thus far, 13 were built by Shangri-La Construction. Ms. Railton Stewart said the ongoing cost of legal proceedings meant she was facing bankruptcy. Because of a decision I made back in 2014 to simply buy my first home, my family's life will be forever financially destroyed. You're talking 50 grand. How's 50 grand bankrupting her? Surely you can find a way to earn some money or cut back, but I guess not. The Australian Apartment Advocacy Director, Samantha Rees, said, Miss, not Mrs. Railton Stewart's situation highlighted flaws in the system. Really? No. Yeah, anyway. No, it doesn't. It doesn't highlight flaws in the system. It highlights the fact that there's no way... it highlights how incompetent our government is. There's no way the bloody Department of Natural Resources, whatever the hell it was, would know that there's legal proceedings against these guys. Maybe they need to add it to the form that you need to fill out. I think the issue is, what's happening here, the legal proceedings to sort out this mess, that's normal. That's just how it goes. And that's the risk you take by buying an apartment. Let's have a talk about this. The question that should be put out there is, why is the government picking winners and choosers with stupid grants like this? You tell me. I mean, I feel sorry for the parties involved in this situation. It will be a bloody nightmare going through this, but we're not going to know what's going on until the court case finishes. I know everyone loves to be on the side of the poor apartment buyer or, the house buyer, but you never know, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one. Do you think the government should be giving out grants like this at all? Just in general? Let's just ditch them. Ditch them. Tax saving right there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Check out my other channels, HeiseBim and HeiseSays International, for other topics I discuss. And if you're a fan and want to support the channel, there are a few ways you can. Financially on YouTube or Patreon, using our referral links, buying our pocket squares, or calling us if you need an architect. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next episode of HeiseSays.